What does it mean to train a lawyer? Is it to sharpen the mind, to cultivate discipline, to instill respect for the rule of law? Or is it to break the spirit, normalize indignity, and quietly erase the instinct to question injustice? Because if we are honest, brutally honest, what is happening within the Nigerian law school system raises a deeply uncomfortable question. Are we training advocates of justice or survivors of oppression? Consider this. Students, future defenders of human rights, are charged exorbitant accommodation fees. Over 1.5 million naira for shared rooms. Not luxury apartments, not even modest, livable spaces, but rooms that are filthy, broken, degrading spaces more akin to abandoned structures and abattoirs than halls of residence of any institutions of higher learning, never mind the Nigerian Law School. The issue is not just the physical environment, it is the system. A system where grown adults, graduates, already holders of law degrees, must submit their room keys before attending lectures, then queue, like dependents stripped of autonomy, just to regain access to the very spaces they paid dearly for. A system where water and electricity, basic necessities, are rationed like privileges. A system where administrative staff speak not with professionalism, but with contempt. A system where dignity is not assumed, it is negotiable. And then there is control. Not guidance, not professionalism. Control. What students wear is dictated to the smallest detail, not simply to ensure decency, but to enforce uniformity. Hair length, hairstyles, shoes, jewelry, skirt length, trouser cut, buttons on blazers. Every inch of individuality scrutinized, every deviation punished, and perhaps most disturbingly, any form of student advocacy is prohibited. Silence is not encouraged, it is enforced. So we must ask, what exactly is being taught here? Because legal education is not just about statutes and precedents, it is about values. It is about learning when to question authority. It is about recognizing injustice even when it wears the mask of structure or tradition. But what happens when the system itself becomes the lesson? When students learn not explicitly, but through experience, that power is to be obeyed, not challenged, that suffering is a prerequisite for success, that dignity is expendable. How can we expect these students, once called to the bar, to stand boldly in defense of citizens' rights when they have been conditioned to accept the erosion of their own? How do you produce fearless advocates in an environment that punishes dissent? How do you teach justice through injustice? And where are the custodians of the profession? The benchers, the administrators, the senior members of the legal community? Did they endure this? Did they live under these conditions? If not, why is it acceptable now? And if they did, why replicate it? Why preserve a cycle of hardship that serves no educational purpose? There is a troubling pattern here, one that extends beyond a single institution. A belief that suffering legitimizes success, that if something was difficult for one generation, it must be equally, if not more, difficult for the next. A quiet elitism, a gatekeeping instinct. We endured it, so must you. But must they? Or is this simply power, unchecked and unexamined? Because at its core, this is not about discipline, it is not about excellence, it is about control. And control, when left unchallenged, becomes abuse. The legal profession stands, at least in principle, as the last line of defense against tyranny. It claims to uphold the Constitution, to protect human dignity, to defend the voiceless. But what does it say when those entrusted with shaping future lawyers deny them those very things? When institutions meant to nurture justice instead model oppression? This is not just a student issue, it is a professional crisis, a moral one. Because the question is no longer whether these practices are acceptable. The question is, what kind of lawyers are we creating? And when they step into courtrooms, into public offices, into positions of power, will they challenge injustice? Or will they, having been shaped by it, simply continue the cycle? Think on these things. As always, I come in peace, even if my brand of peace is unacceptable to you.